Well, here's another display tool. This is for a Cobra 29. Most of them displays are all about the same. They're a 2-digit, 7-digit, and there's all the wires that are on the back of them. There's 16 pins on it. This one here, I had to put it in a breakout board because I didn't have a socket for the, come on, focus. I didn't have a socket that I could plug the display into. So here's the back of it. I just took the little styrofoam adhesive backing off of that so I could just glue everything on it, solder it on there. So about the same way, we got the little 3 volts on our battery, and 4 and 5 have to be turned on just to turn on the first light and the second light. I could have just ran them straight, but if I flip switch number 1 on, it's supposed to turn on digit C of the front display. So it's going to turn on this little one right here. So I'm going to flip it on. I got to cover up everything because I don't want these dip switches coming out. Okay, there's that one. And number 2 is supposed to turn on digit E, which is going to be that one. And number 3 is supposed to turn on D, which is going to be the bottom. And then we got to switch over here to 6. And that's supposed to turn on digit D, the light, the D segment of digit 2. So it's going to turn on this one right here. When I flip that one on, number 6 is going to turn that one on, which you can see it did. 7 is going to turn E, which is going to be that one right there. Number 8 is going to turn on C of the second digit, so it's going to turn on that light. Oh, I had one hell of a time with them dip switches. They kept pushing the bars out on the back. Anyway, I'm going to pause it and just turn on all the lights so I can hold on to the switches. And there you can see all the lights have turned on. Now this is a common anode light. So your positive goes through the anode. Now, let's say you've got a Cobra 25. That's common cathode. And I can put this light in here and it will not work. I have to hook it up to the other little battery holder and reverse the polarity because it is a cathode common. And I'll do that real quick. I'll have to unplug the one light and plug the other one in, and the battery. Well, here, I'll just show this real quick. It does light 2 lights up, and you can see why this thing doesn't autofocus. You can see all the switches are on, 2 lights light up. Now I'm just gonna switch the battery around to that wimpy little one right there. Okay, with my battery hooked up on the other side of it and it's reverse polarity, you can see that the negative is now positive and positive is now negative. Now the light lights up. Now I don't know if anybody noticed this or not, I actually had the light in backwards. I didn't have the decimal points on the bottom. That's why the two lights lit up. But I won't be using it that much to test them. But yeah, one of them's got, anodes. The common is anode, and the common is cathode. So, but there you have it. I'll just start flipping these things off. Yeah, let me try it this way. I just don't want these switches popping out. I most generally do it two-handed. There. Anyway, that's another one I just built. Before too long, I have a whole bunch of these. I got a bunch of these boxes and a bunch of these dip switches from Amazon. And I just have to solder the main one on there. Now, if it's reverse polarity, I'll use this little junky connector. But that's it for this one.